Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We got a great show lined up. We got all kind of stuff to go over, but let's get our weather first, brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. You know, yesterday we had a student on, and his career now, he's going through aviation mechanics, and that's offered at Haney Technical Center. A lot of different classes out there you can take and have great careers and great jobs and great vocations. So check them out there at your local school right there. It's right there, really convenient on Highway 77. High today is going all the way up to 79. Low is actually getting down to 51 again. So I was thinking this morning, you know, I have on the sleeves and all. These mornings I did it on purpose because I just want to remind you, outdoors in the morning around daybreak and the first hour or so on that water is cool. And especially if you take a young person with you, a kid or something, make sure you wrap them up and keep them warm that first hour or so. And if you're an outdoorsman, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just keep them warm and also they'll be comfortable. Then when that sun starts creeping on up, they'll be able to start peeling off the layers. And that's why good outdoorsmen always dress in layers of clothes, and they learn that from experience. All right, let's move on with our Sandhill Seafood River readings. Apalachicola, Bluntstown, 7.4, real steady. But at Choctaw Caryville this morning is 9.4. It's a slow drop to it. It's not dropping really fast, but it is dropping. If you're looking for Saturday's fishing, it's going to be some high water on the good side. You can get up in those sloughs. Those creeks going to have some water in them, so you can get back into some of those areas. And it's going to be some good freshwater fishing. You just got to get to them. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Great tide, 11:36 this morning. We had a high tide and a low at 10:36 tonight. Really strong tides. We got a 2-foot range coming in. Next couple of days, this weekend tide is going to be great. Had a big battle I'm trying to fight whether to go surf fishing Saturday morning or go fishing in the bay system with this tide. So I may just flip a coin, but I'm going to do one or the other. Now our tide, I finished with tide chart. The temperature on the water has got back up into 70 degrees, 70.5. So I feel a lot more comfortable with that. And our marine forecast will be west-northwest at 10 to 20. It's been that way every day in April. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I just called a pier right before the show trying to get us a pier report. And I actually called a county pier this time. I'm usually called a city pier, and like I say, they're twin piers and a lot of the same action. And I didn't get much response from them. In fact, they were sort of grumpy, to be honest with you. So I asked. He said it's too early, nobody fishing now. But he said I asked about yesterday. He said it went pretty good yesterday. So that's the report from the county pier. It went pretty good yesterday. So we'll try to get more information out there, and we're going to be fishing the pier next week. Now, let's move on. We got some pictures, some emails, and I really got a lot of emails on that Richard Hawley piece that we did in celebration of our the early days on Panhandle Outdoors. Let's read this one to you. Hey, Coach, just watched today's show. I've been with you daily since 2004. I like the new set and all. Thanks for the Richard Hawley clip. I always wondered how the older captains would find their spots in the Gulf. How simple, but now I know. Thanks so much, Jay Atkins. And then he sent some fishing pictures. Check this out. He got him some pompano. Check out those pompano there. And then the best part, he got them on the grill. There's going to be a lot of that. We're hitting the pompano hard this next 2 weeks now because of it's just that time of year. And for instance, this is from Ned Max Winston. Just got a report from Mexico Beach area and the pompano are running. A friend caught a limit this past weekend. Ned Maxwell up in Chattahoochee. Another email. Hey, Coach, enjoy today's show and the video of Mr. Holland. I caught my first pompano Saturday morning before the wind really picked up. Was out there before sunrise catching sand fleas with a headlamp. I love that. Nice being the only person out there for a while. Below is a picture of the fish. My wife cooked up some black snapper to go with it. Delicious. Also is a photo of how I rig my rods, rod holders, and rake when I carry them to and from the beach. I rinse them and store them like this, and they're ready for the next trip. Thanks for all the great tips, Donnie Copper. Okay, here's the fish right here. Nice pompano. And then here's the rig he's talking about. This is so simple and so creative. See how it's got everything sorted. You don't need a cart. With this situation, you got your bucket. I mean, you take in one hand you take this, the other hand take a bucket and tackle, and you're all set. But see, he's got it strapped down. He rinses them off all like that, and that's a good setup. Good job there. Okay, someone sent me a nice redfish. I lost the name, but I think he was in this real nice redfish. You see the plug he caught him on. I love that chartreuse color. Okay, and send me your name next time. Billy Bailey sent this in on the Chipola River, some hand-painted bluegills. That's just some good fishing right there. The Chipola River. Don't forget the Old Nick's tournament coming up May 5th. We're talking, that's getting right around the corner. Here's the prize money, $5,000, $2,000. This is a local tournament, folks. Really good fun over there. Also, our friends at the Rotary Club, Emerald Coast Rotary Club, I mentioned this the other day. They're only going to sell 800 tickets at $100, but this is like a $50,000. The retail value on this boat is $50,000. You're going to have a 1 in 800 chance. In fact, I'm going to buy a ticket of that. That's really good odds. Jeff, that's good odds, isn't it? 1 in 800? Okay, so we're going to, that's the Emerald Coast Rotary Club. Good folks there. Okay, I want to mention yesterday, I just spent a day in the woods yesterday. Gail has, she still meets with her high school girlfriends. They meet up in Quincy or Tallahassee once a month, and when she goes up that way, I head for the woods. We just have this routine down, and she has a great time. There's about 18 of those girls that graduated together way back in 1920 something, whatever. But they still meet once a month. They have a great time, and so I just solo it up in the woods. But I love going up there, and I was thinking about some things to share with you while I was walking through the woods. It's such a wonderful, beautiful time to walk in the woods in the springtime. And it's going to be we've passed a lot of flowers. The dogwood's already bloomed, and then the honeysuckle, and all the natural blooms that you'll see along the creeks and the river bottoms. And the blooms are about starting to fade now. But what's really beautiful, I want to share with you, is the different tones of that new fresh green on the leaves and all. The leaves are popping out on the oak trees and all. That's a beautiful, just iridescent greens and all. Just floods you as you walk through. You just see them all over the place. So just walking through there and seeing that is just so fulfilling and thrilling to me. I just want to pass that on to you. A lot of times we just take for granted just a walk in the woods. It's so much fun. But do this. I brought these. Wear some snake boots, okay? I brought my old snake boots. They're not real comfortable to walk a long way, but if you're just strolling around and all, especially in areas where it's not open and all. I have an area where it's pretty thick and all, so I wear those in there. And I just always wear those snake boots. As a young man, I didn't have any clue of wearing snake boots, but now as I've gotten wiser, I definitely wear snake boots this time of year, summer and spring and early fall. So just want to pass that on to you. Take a chance to walk in the woods somewhere, even if it's a state park or something. But in the springtime, just get out there and do that. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get ready for some giveaways. This first thing, let me say this: when we're on these sweepstakes and all, we got a lot of stuff here in the studio and a lot of other things going on. So we don't want to clog things up with everybody working all. We're just going to have a time limit. If you don't pick it up in a week, we're just going to redraw. We've still got the first two sitting here. And I was thinking last year we had a lady that won a fishing trip with Michael Coward, and she never claimed it. And folks, I just don't have time to call people up and tell them, hey, you won today. I have too much things going on. So, I mean, it's your responsibility. If you win, you come get it, especially on the seafood. If you can't pick it up in a week or so, within 1 week, let me know. So, they're busy down there too. And we just got to, if you enter a contest, then definitely pay attention. If you win, then come and get it. Let me show you where Fox 28 Studios is right here. This is 23rd Street, right in the middle of the screen. 23rd Street, to the left, of course, is west. The north, of course, is right at the top part of the page, okay? Now, on the bottom right-hand corner, right here, this is the old Walmart on 23rd Street. Across the road on the right-hand side is a public shopping center. So right here in the middle of the screen is an intersection that comes out of Walmart, and there's a red light. Then that building right on the corner, right in the middle of the screen, that's a Pep Boys garage, okay? Go down that little road right there, okay? See these red roof buildings? We're going to be we're going to be right there in the center of the screen where that second building there. Okay, you got one red roof, then the first twin building, that's the Fox 28 Studios. It's 700 block of West 23rd Street, okay? So now with that being said, let's add some names and we're going to get ready to draw. We're going to add Corey Godwin from Defuniak Springs, Homer Reed from Presnells. We're going to be staying at Presnells. He's from Defuniak, I think, but staying in Presnells for 3 months. That's going to be fun. Mark Vaughn, Bonifay, and Gene Vaughn from Bonifay. And now, here's what's in this package. Let's see, some caps and visors, our DVD. I want to show you this shirt. The folks that, this is a cool shirt, okay? Check this out. This is Fish Bites Fight Club. That's a really soft t-shirt and all, really. I kept one myself. I'm gonna wear it, okay? I only got about 80-something t-shirts, so I need one more. But I also put a bomber. That's one of my favorite lures right here. A badonkadonk, okay? Check that out. That lure right there, that color is good. So that's in here, your floating pliers, and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so the winner of this package, like I say, y'all come pick them up in a week. If not, if you have something going out of town or something, let me know and we'll talk about it. Okay, so here's the winner of this set right here. And that's going to be Donnie Melvin from Fountain. Donnie Melvin from Fountain, okay? And that takes care of that, and we'll put that over here. And I do want to mention, when you enter, make sure this is a sort of reward for our viewers. You folks have been so loyal to get up every morning and watch the show, or DVR to watch it on YouTube. It's for our viewers. You know, it's not for your cousin up there and connected in New York or whatever. So if they don't ever watch the show, just enter the people that watch the show and support Panhandle Outdoors. It's a great situation. When we finish this contest, or not contest, this sweepstakes, Richard Cockrell is tying some flies. As you know, May is going to be such a great fly fishing month. May is one of the best fly fishing months of the year. So we're going to give away some fly packages of some real hand-tied flies, and that's going to be, we won't give away a lot of them, but we will give some away. So be aware of that. Also, what I was talking about walking in the woods and all that, I want to mention the hiking trail at Terrell State Park. I used to go there a lot. I haven't been there a long time, but when I was talking about hiking, if you don't have any woods to hike and you really want to get on some trails with some hills and all, and do it early in the morning, that trail up at Terrell State Park, right north of Bristol, is a great place to go walking, okay? Now, we talked about this the other day. I didn't get a chance to cover it as much as I wanted to, a little pompano fishing. And like I say, I'm so proud of how Fish Bites, I sort of went out on a limb when Fish Bites first came out. We were the first ones to use Fish Bites, okay? I promise you that. We were the first ones. The guy I told you about going to the tent down at Blue Water, he talked to me about they were trying to do it, and we took a chance on them, and they put them in Blue Water, and now so many people are using them, and it's simply because we were successful with them in the early days, and people still catch fish with them. So I really want to put a plug in for Fish Bites. It's a family-run, family-owned here outside of St. Augustine, Florida, and it's a really neat situation. But I also mentioned about getting the rigs and all. Like I say, I used to make my own pompano rig. Time is of essence now to me and doing that kind of stuff. I still enjoy doing a lot of stuff, but I just soon buy this package already put together. And I showed you how to put the Fish Bites on. You just cut them off. Some of these are already pre-cut. If you look at some of these, in fact, and they come in different flavors. Okay, some are pre-cut. See right there? They're already pre-cut, like pieces like that. It's 6 to 1, half a dozen. They're about the same price. But I personally, I like the bubblegum roll. I just think it stays a little fresher. It might just be my mind thinking, but so you just cut them off little strips at a time. And what I do, I cut out on my cutting board. I cut like 4 or 5 and leave them there and put them back in the package. And again, it's in. And also, you get some little floats and all to float the hook up off the bottom. Now, where you want to throw it, I've told you before. I take the first one and throw as far as I can. And like I say, and then I throw one in the middle, and then I throw one shallow. I always do a 3-rod rig, and Gail, a lot of times Gail is with me, and even though I never go more than 3 rods, I feel like that's plenty. If I can't catch more than 3 rods, they just won't be caught. But then when I locate them, and you're going to locate them pretty soon when they're coming through this time of year, then I sort of concentrate all 3 rods in that same area. Most of the time, I'll catch them where the trough is, between the first and second sandbar. So keep that in mind. If you see any kind of little cut where the water's sort of rushing through a cut, that is always good. But it just varies as to what you can do. But usually the one in the middle rod and the furthest rod catch more. The little shallow rod, I catch a lot of whiting on it. When I say shallow, about 15 or 20 feet out there, just as it starts dropping off. Not where the waves are breaking, but just as it starts dropping off. So that's where you're throwing off. And try to get in an area where you don't have training, and go early, okay? One of the biggest things is go early. There's not going to be sunbathing early. There won't be a lot of people walking the beach early. So get there early, and they bite better early. I promise you. Now, you're going to catch some good ones at 10 or 11 o'clock with that second run, but that first run is usually early. And then it starts getting crowded, especially if you're around some places where it has access to the beach or a lot of houses. So you want to go early. Fine, okay. Still use sand fleas, and people are still using sand fleas. They work great. They're free and they're fun to catch, especially if you've got kids. And also the peeled shrimp is still good. And so that's not free, but anyway, if you catch anything like that, and once you find them, it's concentrate on that area, because what they'll do, they'll feed and go around in a circle. They'll feed and go around in a circle. So if they're biting that area, that means there's bait in that area. So just keep that in mind. I talk a lot about pompano this time of year. We're right in the thick of it. This weekend, I promise you, a lot of folks are going to catch their limits on pompano. And then a couple of weeks now, we're not going to be talking about it. We're going to talk about fly fishing in May. So let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a solo show today. I really enjoy doing a solo, and I love having guests, so we're just happy no matter what we do. Let's look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. 3:39 this morning to 5:39, and this afternoon 4:08 to 6:08. Now, this is almost humorous to me. I know you've seen all over the news about the snapper season being declared. Here's what was going on. The FWC, really there's a lot of drama and all building up, a lot of suspense and all building up to this FWC meeting next week, because that's when they were going to decide, they'll give the law on what they were going to do, what they were going to decide on snapper season. And lo and behold, Governor Scott, he just jumped the gun and he just went out and said, we're going to have a 40-day snapper season. So here it is, Governor Scott and FWC. They were going to announce this last week, but they did it this week. It sort of humors me that he stole their thunder is what he did. So anyway, it's going to start June 11th through July 21st. That's a 40-day recreational red snapper season. Good news for the fishermen, bad news for the snapper. So it's going to be, anyway, that's set. So if you've got a trip planned, be aware of that. Now, I hope I'll get through this. The next thing I want to talk about to finish up our pompano presentation, I was working on this last night. I want to show you some places to go. And I'm really going to start on the west end of our viewing area, okay? And one of the best places, this is way over here, just as you're coming into to the Destin, Fort Walton area, Henderson Beach State Park. And here's the great thing about that, and it's sort of unheard of now about people fishing in there, but look at the roads right there. You can get right there, and then you look how close you are to the beach. And anytime you get a state park, that's good, because it's less density of people. So let's move along. Okay, we'll go west to east, okay? And now this area right in here, Topsail Hill. Now there's going to be a long walk. See that? But it's a state park, but you got a long walk. But look at all that beachfront you've got that really don't no houses or anything. That's Topsail Hill, but you do have a walkway to get down there. But it's a long walk. But if you want to spend some time and all, just enjoy it. And then, of course, my favorite, and I've caught more pompano over there on my western area than anywhere out of Grayton Beach. And this is before Seaside and all those folks came in. But listen, Seaside is over here to the right. So Grayton Beach, you drive, you can park right there in the center of the screen. You can park right there and go down that ramp, and you've got some great fishing right in there. Okay, that's Grayton Beach State Park. Now, all these are public places. That's what's great. Now, Camp Helen, again, you have a long walk, but Camp Helen, that's right there at Phillips Inlet and right there in the center of the screen. But you can walk down there, and there's an old pier that holds a lot of pompano. There's been a lot of pompano caught in that area. All this stuff is in the center of the screen. But again, that's a long walk, but again, it's a lot of fun. And then you come on in here. Anywhere on the west end, there's some public access, west end fishermen. just have public access several places. I won't go through all of them, but just be aware you can just find some West End. But one of the best places to go, again, that's the same on the West End there. But Richards, okay, go back to, we're working away. This is Thomas Drive, Rick Seltzer Park, right here on Thomas Drive. You want to go early, but listen, there's some excellent fishing there. And right here, you can walk down a good little walkway. And when you look there, all those sea oats were planted by Mosley Outdoor Ed over the years. So that place is special to us. If you go early, that's a great place to go. And you can catch some, that's some good fishing. Move on down to the state park. And we talk about that a lot, St. Andrews State Park. Again, there's a jetties right here in the lower right-hand corner. And here's a pier. See the pier, top left-hand corner. So anywhere in between, it's going to be crowded down here on the right side. But if you can get up in this center part right in here is the best place to get, okay? You're going to have to walk, but there's the campers and all, they're going to go down by the rocks or either by the pier. So right there in the center of the screen is the best place to go over there. Now the top spot in Bay County, and I'll make some people mad, because, well, you got to have a boat to get to it. On the Shell Island, okay, right in the center of the screen, you pull your boat up there and you walk across those sand dunes. That's where the old timers, and you catch right in the center of the screen, okay? That's the best, that's the hot spot right there, okay? If you have a boat, now come on out to pass and sort of fish there on good days. That's good pompano fishing there. All right, we're going, let me get one or two more. And of course, everyone's favorite now used to be no one knew about it, but now everybody knows about it, is Crooked Island Sound. They call it Crooked Island Beach, but that's really Davis Beach. And you can put in, take your boat, again, right at the center of the screen, park your boat right there, walk across there and fish on that end, or right here on this end down here, there's a little park, okay, and at Mexico Beach. We're gonna run out of time. I got 5 more spots on the east end that I wanna show you, but I want you to be aware, and I want you to know now, I'll finish it tomorrow, so you know where to go this weekend and do some pompano fishing. Real simple, real easy, okay? We're gonna wrap it up. Let's see, a couple more things. We'll do another giveaway tomorrow. We've got a famous Friday fishing forecast tomorrow. And you get ready to make your outdoor plans with family and friends, and make sure you just get something done in outdoors and enjoy it. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, I can promise you. You have a great day, and do something good today for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.